Do you have an abundance of herbs and spices in your kitchen? I'm guessing the answer is yes, because most of us do. I'm going to take you through a decluttering and organise exercise with my own herbs and spices, give you some insights and some unique perspective when it comes to dealing with all of this. I use the SANE way to declutter and organise. I'll tell you a bit about that in a minute. But first I want to begin with what's rarely acknowledged, which is there's not just one operator. This isn't just my gig. I share my herbs and spices with my partner, and what we've got here is an amalgam of both of us. And now, having ended up with 3 lots of paprika, I'm putting a stop to this and actually bringing it all together. Before he went away, he gave me permission to declutter his fugly old spice rack, which was no drama because none of it's been used for 3 years. So even though it's still good, it's not useful, so it's going. The system that I set up for our spices and herbs is alphabetical, and you'll see that it's not uniform. I take the point of view that herbs and spices are for cooking with and for eating, and not for displaying. So, and life's too short for me to go through, decant all of these, put them in the same jars, put the labels on, but you might want to do that, but that's just not my gig. So I know that these are in alphabetical order. I also know they're not going to stay in alphabetical order. You need to know, it doesn't matter how well you organise something, it's rare that the other people in the household are going to follow your system. That's okay. You need to accept it and work with it, which is, I'll put these back in alphabetical order when they get mucked up, and I know they all fit. Hurrah. The other thing you need to know, nobody really tells you, is that most spices come in unhelpful packaging. So I'm telling you this so you don't think you're going mad. When you get your teaspoon and it won't fit in one of these, it's not your fault. They're just not designed that way. Sometimes, always, never exit got me rid of one spice rack. I don't have any drawers in my kitchen. I have to use a bench top, which is a decluttering, organising no-no, but I live in the real world and I need to use my bench top. So I've set this system up. Everything's together, the spices, the herbs, they're labelled on the top so that we can see them. This stuff used to be in there. Again, it's all been there for quite some time. There's nothing wrong with it. Mexican spices, cinnamon ground, already got plenty of it. I would like to pass these on to friends and family, and if nobody wants them there, then they will go in the bin. But whilst they're being kept in amongst this, I will keep ending up with 3 loads of paprika because nobody can find anything. So it's counterintuitive. You think it's waste, it's not. It's actually getting in your way and causing waste. Sometimes, always, never exit. So now I've got my sometimes, always. They fit in here. I'm committed to keeping this system going, and that is where a lot of decluttering and organising guides fall down. They assume that you set the system up and you're good to go. You're not. You set the system up and you keep improving it. And if you're invested in making it work, then it will work. Just know that herbs and spices don't go off. They need somewhere dark and a constant temperature if possible. That you will have herbs and spices that you bought because you thought you were going to be an amazing cook and do Thai, Indian, whatever. You did or you didn't, but you don't need them anymore. If you don't need them anymore, they become a never item and they need to exit. So all told, I reduced my spices down from 106 to just under 50. So that's by half. I'm stoked. I've got room in my kitchen, my system's set up, and we're good to go. I don't like that either.